Welcome back to Unless You Live Hardcore, everybody. We're back. We're back. We're back. I'm Kyle Forsyth, back here with my co-host.
What's up, dude? I'm Jake Ford. How you doing, Kyle? What's
Not
up?
too bad, dude. Not too bad, man. Just
Not too
chilling.
bad.
Just chilling, dude. Yeah, hot off of Valentine's Day, you know. Had a really cool show at the comedy club last night. We had a good one.
Oh
We had
yeah.
Jesse Jetski Johnson.
Oh nice. She's very
Yeah,
funny.
she is. She's funny. She did well. Sold some good tickets and solid show, good audience, you know. It was also Valentine's Day, which was nice because I'm in a couple. I'm all coupled up, you know. Got that
Shut up,
life.
Kyle. I don't care, dude.
Yeah, you got real defensive on that. I don't care. I didn't ask if you did.
Yeah, because everybody's like flaunting it yesterday, dude. Let me say this. If you
I
are
feel
in
like you
a couple,
care.
no, let me say this. If you're in a couple, dude, like in a dedicated happy couple and it's Valentine's Day, you don't need to post your love publicly. It's really inconsiderate to those of us who are alone. And I hate you all for it. And not you, Kyle, not your guys'
Oh yeah,
relationship,
not
but
me. I'm exempt from it.
everybody else, I hope you guys break up. Hope you guys fucking break up. Except for
I lo-
Kyle and Ashley, just because they're great.
I love how I'm coupled up with my wife, and you're like, I don't care. Anybody who posted, fuck you, and I hope you break up. I love how you go from
It
I
is
don't care
mad
to
inconsiderate,
really
dude.
caring.
It is mad inconsiderate to be like, here's how in love I am when so many people are borderline suicidal from how alone they are, dude.
Jake, we need to find you a girlfriend.
How about just get some roommates out here who I'm very close with? That would
Yeah,
help too.
some nice
I
roommates for
feel
you to
I
be
feel
close with.
very lonely. That's the thing.
Yeah, dude, you need to make some friends that
It's
have
not like my
extra room
roommates
for you.
like aren't are bad. They're great. They're super cool guys,
No,
but
but I get what you mean. Like you want to
they're
live
not
with
like
people.
close friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have a room at a place that you found. Like,
Yeah.
you want to have a room in a home with people that
Yeah.
you are friends with
Yeah,
already.
I mean, I feel very fortunate that none of them are psychopaths or dickheads, but
I
I
think
wish Louis lived here. That
yeah,
would
I
be
was about to
sick.
say I think you were kind of spoiled in a way in your previous housing situation in Lansing at Salsa Parlor where you lived with a bunch of comedians who you were friends with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, not just like my best friends. That was
Yeah.
the thing. It was like I lived with all my best friends. Yeah, I miss that, dude.
You were spoiled in that way, you know?
Yep.
And it's like, yeah. So it's hard to go from that to living with essentially a bunch of strangers who you just got to get to know.
Yeah. You know what I respected about my roommates back home too?
Hmm.
They never posted about Valentine's Day, even though they always had
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
They never felt the need to publicly go, look how in love I am. Shut up, dude.
I feel like there's some resentment towards me here, Jake.
Not you.
No, not me, just
It's
everybody else
more
who's in
just
it.
that, dude, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was my entire feed yesterday,
Yeah.
and I was getting pissed.
Hey man, what are you gonna do? People
I
love
was
their
getting
significant
pissed, dude.
others.
I was like, I'd rather have my entire feed be everybody's simping for Taylor Swift like it was last week than this fucking shit, dude.
Hey man, you have to deal with it one day a year, you know? You could deal with it.
I mean, yeah, it's true, dude.
It's one day a year you got to deal with this shit, and then you're good. I don't know,
I mean,
man.
not
I don't.
really, dude.
Yeah, not really.
It's not like loneliness is just it's not like I'm like, ooh, just Valentine's Day. That's the only time I ever feel it.
We gotta get you a girlfriend, dude. We gotta
How
find
are
you
you
one.
gonna do that? You live 1,300 miles away. You're not gonna do
Um,
shit, dude. You're also
we'll
you seem like a terrible wingman,
we'll
Kyle.
buy you one from Russia. We'll get you a mail order bride,
I
dude.
would prefer a Ukrainian girlfriend, personally.
Okay, all right, all right.
Yeah,
That's a possibility. We'll
yeah,
look
dude.
into it. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember when
no.
I worked at the cheese shop, we got this Ukrainian girl who started working there, dude, and she was beautiful. So
Yeah.
we can make it happen, dude.
I mean, I think we could. I think it's pretty easy to get a mail order bride. You just need the money.
Oh, I got the money, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I got $800 US.
Sounds like we're just a little Google research away then.
Oh, I got $800, dude.
Sounds like we're a
I
couple
imagine it's
click.
not I mean, I'm not gonna do that. That's disgusting, but that's human trafficking in a sense. It's just not as bad as the
Yeah.
other ways they do it, you know. It's still gross. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
No.
No. I mean,
How bad do you want to
I
be
would
loved, Jake?
pretty bad.
Yeah,
Pretty bad, dude.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's cool, dude. I can get that adoration from stand up.
From random people who don't know
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can get the same fulfillment that a marriage provides.
I love that you think that's the same
I
fulfillment.
don't think that. I'm
I
being
know.
sarcastic, dog. Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean,
Oh,
honestly, I would love to meet a nice foreign girl who just already lives in New York City. That would be the nice thing, or the goal, I guess. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude. I mean, go to Chinatown and just check it out, dude. See
I
what you can
don't
find.
know. I don't.
No, you said you wanted a foreign girl. I don't. I'm trying to help,
Well, I
dude. I
meant
don't.
like Eastern European or something, or like Russian,
Oh,
or like
okay.
Ukrainian.
You
Yeah.
don't want to. You don't want a Chinese
I
gal.
mean, I would. I like Chinese girls.
Yeah. Okay. All
It's
right.
there. The thing about like a lot of like Asian girls in New York though is like they're very like they're not a lot of them aren't like straight up not like American. They're very culturally Asian and they won't like date white guys a lot of times. You know what I mean? They're very much into dating like Asian guys,
Mm.
which is that's chill. I have no problem with that. I'm just saying like it's not as easy as you think to land. Just go down to Chinatown, dude. The
I
way
love
you said it, you're like, just go down to Chinatown, dude. Just fucking pick one out. Like, that's not how it works, Kyle.
Like it's just the red light district. They're in the window.
Yeah.
You're like, I want that one.
Yeah.
No. Uh, oh yeah, I'll take one of those and a Peking duck.
Jesus Christ, Kyle. You need to chill, dude. You gotta chill, dude.
uh,
Oh my God. Oh my God, bro.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't work like that. But just they do have like fucking ducks just hanging in the window in Chinatown of restaurants to like cook ducks and shit. I've been there, dude.
Kyle, if
It.
you ever get SNL, you're fucked. I just want to let you know that, dude.
I'm not doing accents. Also, obviously not. Shane
He
Gillis is
didn't
going
do
to
an
host
accent.
now.
He didn't do an accent. I'm just saying, if you ever get it, you're gonna get fired first before you get to host.
I don't expect to
You're
ever
gonna
get
go through a
SNL.
long. I'm saying it's gonna. If you get it, get ready. Or I don't know. What have you been up
I
to
don't,
all week?
what do you, I don't know, man.
I haven't
I
really
took
talked to you all
fucking
week. What have you been up to?
Valentine's Day, that shit. Other than that, a little bit of comedy. On Tuesday, I did a set. Got a 5 minute tape that gonna try and submit to festival. Valentine's Day was tight though. I mean,
Nice.
I got some corn hot sauce. And
Oh
corn is in
yeah,
Korn.
yeah. We know. Duh.
It's
Anybody listening to this knows what you're talking about.
called Corn Here to
They don't
Slay
think
hot
somebody
sauce.
made hot sauce out of corn.
They did though. It is made. It does have corn in it.
I mean, that's yeah, but that's not made out of corn. There's still peppers in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To make it
but it is
hot.
like you could also
There's corn
definitely
in it.
taste the corn in it. Yeah,
Cool.
it's like one of the primary ingredients. You could definitely taste the corn in
Oh
there.
shit, good for them, dude. That's sick
Yeah,
that they got
they.
that.
It's called "Here to Slay" hot sauce, which is a play on their song "Here to Stay." Um,
Yeah,
so that's fun. And it tastes good. It's a really solid hot sauce. It's like a mild hot sauce.
that's
It's
cool.
really flavor. It's very flavorful. It's made by Heatonist, which are some of the finest purveyors of hot sauce. Um,
Why'd you say it like that?
the finest purveyors of hot sauce.
Yeah, you said that like Urkel. They're the finest purveyors of hot sauce in the entire region. You're like, okay, nerd. You don't make me fly back to Michigan to fucking shove you in a locker right now, dude.
I don't know, man. It's pretty good hot sauce though. I'm
That's
excited to
cool.
eat some more of it.
That's cute. Yeah, I love hot sauce, man. I seriously,
Same.
I eat it with a lot of shit, dude.
When you
I
were
feel
living
like
at
I
Salsa
can't.
Parlor, you guys had a wall of it.
Well, I feel like that's when I really got into it too, was like eating it. I was like, God, it just adds so much quality flavor to every meal.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't eat like eggs without it. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
just can't. I can't do it because I was never like a big egg guy until I started putting like hot sauce on it. I'm like, there you go. That's makes them way more tolerable.
I don't think I ever eat eggs just straight up eggs. Like it's always like in something or on
Well, I've been
something or
very,
whatever.
I don't want to say poor lately, but I'm trying to be very fiscally conservative since I'm a little welfare queen right now.
Hmm.
So I've been eating a lot of eggs.
Yeah. How's the job
A
search
lot of.
going?
I really haven't been taking it very seriously, to be honest with you. Because
So
I'm
good
like,
then,
I
huh? Yeah.
got well, I might have like I might have a production assistant job lined up, but it's temporary. It's only like 2 to 3 weeks, but it's only like 12 hours a week and it pays fucking 13.50 a week.
Yeesh.
There's supposed to
Oh,
be
you
a
mean
meeting.
like 1,350.
Yeah, not $13.50. What the
That's
fuck,
why
Kyle?
at first I went eesh.
I
Then I was like,
know. I
oh
was
wait,
like, what
no,
is he
I
yeeshing
never
about? That's
mind.
really, I was like, how much is the club paying him? What the fuck?
Yeah, I was for a second yeah, never mind. In
No,
my
yeah,
head
it's
I
only
thought it
like
was
two to
something else.
three weeks. But yeah, there's supposed to be a meeting for it like next week, and yeah, it's like 13.50 a week, and it's only 12 hours a week. So I'm like, that's like $130 an hour, which is toit, dude. So I'm gonna try to do that.
So that's how your week's been? Just no
Yeah.
job searching, just chilling, eating eggs.
I mean, I've been, working on a lot of stuff, trying to get like some new jokes going, get my act going, get some clips going. Yeah, just kind of busy, even though I'm not working. So taking some time to get my own shit going
Yeah, dude, you
for
should
once.
definitely for sure work on getting some new jokes. I, you set me up for it. I had to knock it
Kyle, I'm
down,
not gonna
dude.
send you your set from House of Comedy now. Fuck off, dude. I'm deleting that footage.
I'm just
And
fucking
it's a
with you,
killer
dude.
set. You probably could get like 3 clips from that. It's gone.
Oh man, I'm sorry I
It's
had to.
gone.
It was funny. It was just right there, you know? Sometimes you set it up and you just gotta knock it down. That was right over home plate, dude. That was an underhand over home plate, right? I mean, how you not gonna knock out a home run when it's an easy hit?
Anyways, that's the pod, everybody. That's this week's episode.
Nah, Jake, yeah, you're
That's
good.
our friendship.
I need new jokes too for what it's worth. I need to write new
Yeah.
shit,
I
man.
mean,
I've been struggling
I
to
wrote
write
a
new
really
shit.
good new joke the other day. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but I ran it by like 3 people and they were like, "Yeah, that's a solid misdirect, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I wrote a new joke the other day based off of like some interaction I had, and I quite like it. Um,
Yeah. The only thing I
yeah.
don't like about that new joke I wrote is it's a little Mark Normandish, honestly. Like it's
Mm.
that type of joke where I'm like, I could picture him saying this for sure, but it is a good
Yeah,
joke.
I've definitely written jokes before where I'm like, this doesn't feel like my voice.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a good joke, but it doesn't feel like something that would come from me. I was like, I
But it
don't,
definitely feels like it's
yeah,
in my style. It's just like I could imagine his voice when I like say if I just one of those things where I could hear him being like, "Yeah, I'm gay, comedy," and
yeah,
him doing the joke, you know.
yeah. I mean, you ever write a joke though,
But
and
it's
you're
also
like,
just
this,
like
like,
he's very set up punchline, and that's what that joke is. I've been trying to focus more on just like set up punch tag.
yeah, I, yeah. Whenever I write just like a straight setup punch joke, it usually feels kind of like not in my voice because I don't usually write like that. Like I
Hmm.
usually write a little longer form. Um, and so when I write something that's just like a quick one-liner joke or something, it's like a quick joke, it usually feels odd. Um,
I don't really
yeah,
think it
I don't know.
matters,
Like,
dude.
yeah, I know.
I think it gives your act variety, dude. A little quick thing.
I have one that I have in my act right now that like I like. It doesn't feel totally like me, but it works and I can do it. And like it is
Yeah.
also like there is truth about it to me where it's just like I saw this video on TikTok and it said, watch this video to find out if you have ADHD. And I scrolled to the next video, so I'll never know. And it's just like, it's a quick joke where it's like it usually works, and it's like, it's basically being like, yeah, clearly I have fucking ADHD,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a
It's a
quick
little
one.
misdirect. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's very quick, and it's like most of my jokes in my act aren't like that, and it's weird to just find a place to try and insert it into my act usually because it feels out of place for the most part.
I mean, I always just feel like they're good savers, you know what I mean? Like if something doesn't
Yeah,
hit the way you want, just go into a little quick thing.
you're goddamn right, and that's what I've been using it for. Basically, it's like one of those ones that I have sitting on the back burner where I'm like, if a joke doesn't go a certain way, it's like I could do this real quick to recover and then move
Yeah.
on to whatever I want to do next. You
That's
know?
what I like about my like joke about pubic hair. It's like 45 seconds and like the first line of it is just quick to where it's like I can do it if the joke before it doesn't do great or it does do great. But if the joke before it doesn't do great, the fucking first line of it acts as like a saver almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comedy, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Give a
I don't know.
little
We're getting
some
deep into
comedy
comedy. This is
logistics.
yeah, but that's not what you guys are here for. Y'all are here for music, right? They're here for
No.
hot opinions on our musical opinions, dude.
They're here to hear us call each other dumbasses, dude. That's really what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. And then occasionally
I think
talk
that's
about
why they're
music.
tuning in. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Sometimes maybe a music recommendation. Like this week, I got King of the Hill by Silly Goose. It's
Yeah.
got a sweet ass riff. I don't love the whole song. I don't love all pieces of it, but I like a lot of it. I like the
Okay.
rapping in it because they're like rap rock. Um, so I love the rapping in it, but they do a little more singing in this song than they do in most of their other songs. And the singing sounds kind of generic metalcore-ish singing. Like there's
Yeah, it's like
nothing
a little
unique
like
about
high
it.
pitched little.
Yeah. And it's like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about, but the riff at the beginning is sick. Here, I'll play a little bit. So that beginning riff, though, pretty dope, right? I mean, like nothing super unique about it necessarily, but it's a fun sounding riff out of the gate, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
it's a little cute little bouncy riff.
yeah, and that's what they go for. Like they make music that is fun to be heard live. Like they're a really fun band live. Um, they really get the crowd fucking going. Everybody's crowd surfing, jumping. Like they're a real young band. These dudes are like early 20s, maybe like some of them like 18, 19 or something, I think. Like they're really young. But they're making like rap rock like fucking from the 90s. They sound like a new age Limp Bizkit basically. Um, and I don't know, they're fun, and that's what they're about. Is like they're trying to make fun sounding music, and I think like with a riff like that, they're sort of achieving it. I'll play a little bit more. King of the hill, fucking fire drills on your teacher out back. He was swallowing the pill. You're coming to the top. Have this shit you on drop. Go and tell the class net she's going to make a wish for foundation. We're cranking up the station. Pouring through the got that Limp Bizkit style rapping, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's pretty
Definitely,
sick.
definitely very Limp Bizkit core, like, if you
Yeah.
will.
They got those fucking sleep token bends.
Yeah.
Ow, ow, ow.
Nah, not quite. It's not quite a
Ow.
sleep token bend, I think.
It's not as deep as a bend, but it's still the same like style of bend where it's that continual bend where they're like ow, ow, ow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
hear it
dude,
now. I hear it
that's
now.
very
Yeah.
Sleep Token inspired. Just because they're not using down-tuned guitars and bending two full steps.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it at first, but then you said it and I heard it instantly. And I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
yep, yep,
very
yep.
Sleep
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Token.
Yeah, for sure. Now that you mention it. The singing is like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it just sounds like something like Trapped would have done or something. Especially
Yeah.
with like the fucking like rapping over the chorus.
Hmm. Also, from listening to the singing, it sounds like the type of singing that wouldn't sound the same live. Does that make sense?
What do you mean? I don't know what that
Sounds very
means.
produced singing.
Oh yeah, he's probably not that good live. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, like I don't know. To me, the
there's just a
singing,
lot of like effects on it. Yeah, there's like a lot of
yeah, that's what I
reverb,
mean. Yeah,
lot
and I'm
of
like, I
yeah.
don't think they're using all that live. I mean, the one time I saw them, they weren't really doing this much singing yet,
I mean,
honestly.
let's be honest, dude. 99% of clean singers in rock or metal or any, they're never good live.
Yeah. I don't know. I like this
Almost
band a lot
almost
though.
none of them. Yeah, they're sweet. They're sick as hell.
If they want to come on the podcast, please do. I feel like that'd be achievable. Their lead vocalist is pretty active on social media. I've talked to him through the DMs before.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so he's very like reachable. I don't know. It'd be a fun one to talk to because these guys have toured the country just literally doing shows outside of other bands' shows. Like as other bands' concerts are letting out, this band literally would like set like they pull their van up and then they had a trailer in the back that would just like open up and they do shows right outside of venues. They did a whole tour doing that.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I remember talking about that. Yeah. They
it's
got some drive.
it's dope as hell, dude. And yeah, I'd love to like talk to them about all that shit. I think it'd be cool. So maybe one day we'll start getting guests on here eventually. They'd be one of the ones I'd like to talk to. So keep tuned. Maybe we'll start getting guests at some point, guys. We've talked about it for a long time, but just haven't done it.
We've talked about it. We
Yeah.
talked about it. You know, there's I mean, there's a lot of like logistics that go into it on this
Hmm.
type of podcast because it's like it's a fucking Zoom, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind of got to work around the guest schedule,
Yeah.
typically in a situation like that, which
Well,
at
that and
some
then
point we
like it's
will.
also like you don't know what type of even like they might not even have like a mic for
Oh,
like
they
USB.
do. They've done some like podcasts.
I'm
Their
not talking
vocalist
about
has.
them. I'm talking about just guests in general. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Because
that's
I've seen some
true.
Zoom podcasts where like the guest is not, they're just using like their computer's like internal microphone and their audio sounds like shit.
Yeah.
So that's a
You know,
concern.
I in situations like that, it's like where you gotta weigh whether it's worth it or not, to like, if like the guest is worth having on without a mic. It's like if it's somebody of note and then they're just like, yeah, I don't have a mic, it's like we'll fucking work with it. Like if it is what it is, if it's like a good get or something.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
but
understand what you're
for
putting
most
down, Kyle.
comedians, most of our comedian friends, if they were like, I don't have a mic, we'd be like, then you're not doing it.
You fucking loser.
Like,
You don't have a
sorry, dude.
microphone?
Yeah,
Even
I
though
don't know what to
Trevor
tell
sent
you.
me this microphone.
Yeah. Oh
Fucking
man.
loser. You don't have a microphone? Just
Yeah.
projecting.
Um. Anyhow,
Um, that's
let's
cool, dude. Silly Goose. Good for
yeah,
them.
silly goose, good shit. Let's get into some fucking stuff about metal news and stuff and things going on in the media. The big one right now, Kanye West put out his new album and there's a lot of fucking articles around this even related to metal and stuff, weirdly, which
Yeah.
would
Did you hear
seem
that?
like it's
Did you hear
not.
that Rolling Stone gave it 5 stars of David? That's a cute joke,
Nice.
dude. That's a cute
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. You didn't like
Yeah,
that?
I see what you did there.
That was cute.
Yeah, because he's an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, literally on that, like literally on that. So anybody who is familiar with this whole thing, I don't, and if you're not, so Kanye West like got photographed wearing a shirt from a band or this artist called Burzum, which is a like black metal band
Yeah.
that's like
He used
anti-Semitic.
here's the thing. Give a little backstory on the guy from Burzum. That guy was in a Swedish death metal band called Mayhem, who's like the subject of the movie Lords of Chaos. That dude from Burzum stabbed his bandmate to death and went to prison for like 18 years in Sweden. And then, yeah, got out, kept making music, and has a huge fan base, even though, despite the fact he stabbed his bandmate to death, dude.
Apparently, though, after Kanye wore that shirt, Burzum's like song, like all of their shit on Spotify, like skyrocketed in plays and went up to millions of plays all of a sudden because Kanye wore the shirt of them.
Oh
Uh
shit.
yeah, he gave them like a huge spike in listenership. But what's hilarious about this to me is that Burzum is now selling a shirt of Kanye West wearing a Burzum shirt.
I mean, that's amazing.
They literally
That dude's probably
replicate.
making so much money off of that shit, dude.
Yeah, they
Yeah, that's
literally replicated the original design of like the Burzum shirt where it has like the name in like this old English font basically, and then there's like a rectangular picture underneath it. But instead of the original picture that they had on that shirt, now the picture is of Kanye West wearing that shirt. So it's like the
yeah.
same design, but just a different picture in the design, and it's Kanye West wearing the
Yeah.
Burzum shirt.
I don't think I'm going on a limb by saying this though. The guy from Burzum, not a good person.
No,
He also, besides murdering his bandmate, uh, used to burn down churches in Sweden, like burned down a lot of churches, actually.
bad guy.
Uh, and what was the other thing? What was the other thing about? Oh, yeah, neo-Nazi.
I didn't realize Lords of Chaos
You're
was
gonna gloss
based
over the
on him.
neo-Nazi thing, dude?
Yeah, it's obviously
Well,
real bad.
it's not based on him. He's just the antagonist. It's based on the guitar player of uh Mayhem, the Euronymous. That's
Uh,
who the main character is, who's played by Rory Culkin.
yeah, it's a great movie. It's a very interesting movie.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, Rory
fantastically
Culkin
acted and stuff.
fucking rips in that movie, dude. He's so
Yeah,
good.
I didn't realize that was like based around that though. Or I
Oh
didn't realize
yeah.
Burzum was connected
Yeah.
to it.
It's a true story. I mean, the Hollywood one has some embellishments. The movie
Well, I
obviously
knew
has
it was like based
embellishments.
on a true story. I just didn't know that was the guy. Or, it was
Oh
like
yeah.
around them. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the guy. Burzum, the guy from Burzum killed that dude. You
You
know
want
how
to
I
hear,
first heard of that band was from a fucking Adam Newman bit that Drew showed me back in the day about that band. It
dude?
was like,
Drew was the one who originally told me about Kanye wearing a Burzum shirt like a week or two ago.
oh, really?
Yeah, he was the one who like told me about Kanye wearing a Burzum shirt. He's like, "You guys should talk about that." I was like, "Maybe." And then I saw that like they are now selling a shirt of Kanye wearing the Burzum shirt, and I was like, "That's pretty funny."
I
I
mean,
was like,
that is
"Yeah,
wild, dude. Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, it does suck that that guy's making so much money. That's
dude,
not good.
no."
That guy shouldn't have a ton of money.
Here's what's funny though. So I got to read you this last paragraph in the metal injection article about this. So metal injection, they go clearly as there's now a shirt of Kanye wearing Burzum shirt available over at Plastic Head, which peddles an officially licensed merchandise. So if you want to be courageous in the eyes of one of the dumbest motherfuckers in all of metal, you can head over to Plastic Head and go find that stupid shirt. And then they go, just kidding, you can get it right here. And they put a link. And the words for you could get it right here is a link. And then if you click that link, it just takes you to a Billboard article that is a timeline of the consequences Kanye West has faced for his WLM shirts and anti-Semitic hate speech. So it doesn't actually take you to the merch site. It just takes you to a big article about the timeline of Kanye West being anti-Semitic,
Jesus.
which is pretty great that they're like, hey, if you want to get this shirt, click right here. And it's really just being like, no, you dumb motherfucker. And he's an anti Semite. Here's the article telling you all about it. Like, that's what's great to me is that, like, literally
Dude,
they
the
do that.
wildest clip of like throughout that whole entire ordeal, not that he's not still saying fucking crazy shit like that, but like, it was like somebody was talking to him about like his doctors or whatever, and he was like, yeah, we all know what kind of doctor. I can't say what kind of doctor it is, but we all know it was a Jewish doctor. He like takes a long pause, and you're like, yo, dude, why? is he the worst person on earth, but still has the capacity to be hilarious?
And he's also massive and he knows it. And like literally it says one lyric in West's recent album is crazy, bipolar, anti-Semite, and I'm still the king. Like,
That's
and
what I'm like.
they go,
That's
which
what I
isn't,
mean, dude.
they say, which isn't shocking considering some recent comments. Like he said, I like Hitler and we've got to stop dissing the Nazis all the time. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, he is, yeah. And like, he got questioned about it recently. And like, he just was like, black people are Jews. Look it up. Like, and it's
Oh
like,
my
what?
God.
What are you talking about, dude? Like,
Yeah,
he's
no,
the,
that's
yeah,
he's on some black Israelite shit when he's
it's
saying that.
crazy,
When I heard him
dude.
say that, I was like, uh-oh, he's into the Hotep stuff now, dude. He's
He's,
losing it, bro.
He's gone. Yeah,
Um,
it's
you know,
wild.
it's really funny. I remember back when that was like first happening last year. I was still working at that coffee shop with Osama, and our
Our
manager,
buddy Osama,
yeah, not
Osama
Bin
Bassell.
Laden,
Yeah, just to clarify.
obviously. Fucking
And a
Jesus,
lot of people
Kyle.
don't know who you're talking about, though. You got to think like
Our
some people
buddy
listening to
Osama,
this.
yeah.
Yeah,
Our buddy, I mean, friend of the pod, yes. Um,
yeah.
we were yeah, we were working with this guy and our manager, we were working at this coffee shop and our manager sent like an angry text to like our group chat. Because like one of our employees like played Kanye, even though we like were specifically prohibited from playing Kanye after that happened. Because like we had like Jewish customers complaining, because like we just had a random playlist going and sometimes Kanye would pop up, but we like got complaints when he would from customers.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I
we
get
had to
it.
ban it from playing, and then people were still playing Kanye, and he was like fucking pissed about it, dude. It was so funny.
Yeah, dude,
I
it's
was like, I gotta
wild.
quit this job, dude.
And also, dude, this same week, so apparently the album came out and it had a sample of Iron Man by Black Sabbath on one of the songs. Um, Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osborne like made some statements about it, being like, "We want it removed. We don't align with him." And then so he took it off the sample off the album. Sorry, had to burp. He pulled it from the album. He pulled the sample. But then the statement that Sharon Osbourne said is the simple thing is we don't want to be associated with a hater. To spread hate the way he does, it shouldn't be allowed. All the excuses, he's bipolar or whatever, doesn't change that. It's like fuck you, basically, which is crazy because her and Ozzy Osbourne dressed up as Kanye and his wife
Yeah, dude.
Bianca for
I was gonna
Halloween
say
this
that
year.
just happened like this year, and it was like well past him making those comments.
Well past, dude.
It wasn't like that happened the day after, and they were like, "Sorry, everybody,
It happened like a
sorry."
year ago. Like at least, dude. Like he's been on this shit for like at least a year now, I think, dude. Like and like they literally dressed up as him and his wife Bianca. Sharon dressed
Yeah,
up as Bianca and Ozzy dressed up as Kanye for Halloween. And then Sharon makes a
I don't think
statement
it
is
was like an endearing costume, though. I think they were like making fun of them.
I don't it was an accurate costume, but regardless, she says this is the part of the statement that like kind of gets me is where she says the simple thing is we don't want to be associated with a hater. Then why'd you dress up with them if you don't want to be associated with them?
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be,
That's associating with them.
yeah.
That's associating yourself with them. Like, no wonder why he thought it would be cool to use the sample. He thought you guys were down. Like, I mean, it's not crazy to think that he was like, oh, I could use a Black Sabbath sample. Ozzy fucks with me, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's
it's
not it's
probably
not
the thought
crazy.
process.
He's not an
Yeah.
insane person for thinking that.
Yeah.
Some
And
of
then
his
they're
other
like,
thoughts
and
up
then
for
they're like,
debate.
how dare him use that? And it's like, you guys use his likeness essentially for Halloween costumes. Like, I don't
Yeah,
weird.
I mean
It
it's a
was
little different
strange,
because
dude.
there's not like financial things involved. It's a little different, but I
I
get what you're
get it,
saying. I get your
but
point.
just say you don't want to be associated with, and it's like, well, then why are you dressing up as them? You know, like, and they didn't do it in a goofy way. They did it in an accurate way. Like the costumes were like accurate of like how Kanye. It was like a real outfit that Kanye and Bianca went out in public with. Like these were
But do you
accurate
think it was
outfits.
done in like we were dressing up because we like them or we're dressing up to make fun of them?
I think they dressed up as it because it was an easy costume. And because like the costume itself, it was like Kanye was wearing all black and like covered his face or whatever, and then
Yeah.
like the Bianca costume was like her just basically holding a pillow in front of herself. It was which is like a real outfit she wore at one point. It's like basically just like nude with a pillow in front of her, and like so it's like it was 100% accurate costume. I think it was like also just an easy costume to put together, like in a way, but
I
I don't think
guess. I
I don't
mean,
think they were trying to nest. I mean, maybe they were
I just say I
making
don't think
fun.
they
I don't
dressed up like them to be like, yeah, his albums are classic.
know, but I also don't think it was like, look at this fucking doofus. Like, I don't think they were doing it to like try and poke fun necessarily either. I think they were thinking about all the I don't think they thought through all the things that he's known for now and all the things he's said when they dressed up as him. But
No, probably not.
I think once he used the sample and everybody probably started like coming at them about it, then they had an issue with it because they're like, oh, now we're like, if we're letting him use our sample, then we may look anti Semitic too. Like if you're
Yeah.
using somebody's outfit as a Halloween costume, it's a little different than letting them use your sample on their album, like you said. It's like one thing, it's like, it's like with Halloween, like you said, it's like it could be viewed as like, oh, they're kind of jokingly dressing as them. And
Yeah,
it's
it
like, but like,
feels like they're making fun of him.
yeah, I don't know. I say making fun of them, that phrasing feels like maybe a little bit of a stretch, I guess. I don't know if they were like, look how fucking stupid this is. I don't know if that's what it was. But it's like, I think the second
I mean, I think that's how
you,
everybody was reacting to that like OG picture of them when it came out. I think everybody was kind of clowning on them.
yeah, I did. I mean, I
So for
think
them
it's
to
like,
dress up in the same outfit, it's like obviously I feel like they're just making fun of them. Like I get your point though, where it's like, yeah, don't fucking sit there and like criticize them if you're gonna dress like them. Like that's ridiculous.
yeah, don't act like this came from nowhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Like he's insane for reaching out to you.
I just think the crazy part of the statement is we don't want to be associated. But it's like,
I don't
that's
think
where I'm
that's
like,
crazy at all.
no, like
I
I
don't
get it. I get it. I think it's just a little weird when you just did that a few months prior.
yeah, it's hypocritical, definitely.
Yeah. It's like, well, you kind of associated yourself with them in the first place. It's like you put yourself associated with them before they associated with you. So that's sort of where like the my logic, I guess, is with it, where I'm like, I'm glad they did be like, we don't want our sample on there. I understand that. And at the end of the day, I think they made the right call saying what they did, and doing what they did. But yeah, like you said, it's a little hypocritical in a way, but whatever. It's just interesting. It was all over the news, Kanye being
I mean, to
associated
be
with metal
honest, dude, I
music.
don't think that statement is coming directly from Ozzy at all. I think he's completely oblivious to all of it. And I think it's literally, you can tell that statement. I'm like, that was written by Sharon, dude.
Maybe, but I mean, the statement that I'm given, the simple thing is we don't want to be associated with a hater. That's her statement. Like she said that to spread hate the way he does, it shouldn't be allowed. All the excuses, he's bipolar or whatever, doesn't change that. It's like fuck you, basically. That was her statement.
Hmm.
That's like from Sharon's mouth.
Okay.
So Ozzy made a statement on Twitter, like separately, like his was posted. He said something else about wanting it removed. But the statement I gave was Sharon's about not wanting to be associated. Um,
Gotcha.
Regardless, we can move on from Kanye. He's not even a metal artist or rock artist, but he's just been
I just
associated with
fucked this model. And
yeah, he's just been associated with metal and shit this past week or so since the album came out. He somehow got in the rock and metal news because of weird shit he did, wearing a fucking Burzum shirt and then using an Iron Man sample. What are you gonna
hmm.
do? Yeah, weird. Apparently, also, Backstreet Boys on the same album. This is like he used that Backstreet's Back or whatever, I think sample or no, Everybody, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was
He
everybody.
used Everybody, and but he didn't actually sample the Backstreet Boys because I guess they didn't give him clearance to use it, so he just re-engineered the sample essentially and made it himself. So he just like re-engineered their song, and they're like, "Yeah, we didn't clear him to sample ours, so he redid it essentially on his own and made it sound like ours."
That's
So
crazy.
everybody thought he used a Backstreet Boys sample, but he didn't. I
That's
saw that
fucking
in like,
insane, dude.
yeah, I saw like a little clip of AJ from Backstreet Boys talking about it. And he was like, "Yeah, we didn't clear that sample actually. Everybody thinks that we cleared it and allowed him to use it." And he's like, "We didn't." And he explained like he re-engineered it essentially and remade it himself so he was able to use it.
Breaking news: the Backstreet Boys hate Jews.
Yeah.
More
So they
tonight
were
on Tucker Tonight.
they were trying to disassociate themselves from him too. Because they were like, "We didn't clear that." Uh but yeah, regardless. We can move on. My favorite story of this whole entire week, dude. This is my favorite one, hands down, because it's so fucking funny to me. Um, it's Machine Gun Kelly seen in confrontation with UFC fighter Sean Strickland, and then he gets trolled on Twitter by Sean Strickland. I refuse to call it X. It says gets trolled on X, but I'm still gonna call it Twitter. Because X is fucking stupid for a name for social media. I
Why?
think most people still call it Twitter
Yeah, I mean, most people do still call it Twitter, but like, why is that such a stupid name?
because it's dumb. Like, I
Give
don't
me a
know.
reason.
It's
Give me
not
a
a good name
legitimate
for a
reason.
social media. Like
That's not a reason.
a single letter. Like he gets trolled on X. Like it sounds like I'm like talking in forms of in like the form of an equation. Like he gets trolled on X. It's like, oh well, what's X?
I mean, it's
Like
memorable. It's it's very easy,
I will
very
stick to calling it.
simple.
I'll stick to calling it Twitter.
I mean, you can call
Um,
it whatever you want. It is what it is. I'm just
it
saying.
literally everywhere they still say X, formerly known as Twitter. So it's like nobody's accepting it. Um, but yeah, anyways, so apparently, uh, Sean Strickland saw MGK somewhere and they sort of got
I think it
into
was
it.
at
And
a
there's like,
UFC fight.
yeah, and apparently Sean Strickland started calling him a weirdo and saying, "You know where to find me, Vampire Man,"
Yeah,
which is pretty funny.
it
That he
is very
calls this
funny.
guy Vampire Man to his face, dude. That's funny as fuck, man.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, the clip is hilarious of him. He's like, "You're not a real man." He's like, "You're
yeah.
not a man at all."
It's it's hilarious. And then the only thing that makes this way funnier is the string of tweets that Sean Strickland sent out following all of this. So I'll read them in a row. I almost hit a vampire tonight. LOL. They said his name is Machine Gun Kelly. How do you have a dope ass name and dress like a 13-year-old goth South Park character? And then the next one, you guys, what the fuck is going on? Transformers Megan Fox is with that thing? What the actual fuck has happened to the world? What did I miss? Is she okay? Is this man the devil? At Megan Fox, are you okay? Do you need assistance?
Damn, dude. Went
Oh, it
in on
keeps
him.
going, dude. It keeps going. And then he goes, "Man, I just found out about Megan. The fuck has happened since Transformers? I'm done. Good night. Fuck, I'm done." And then posted a picture of like Megan Fox from Transformers with a photo next to it of a goth kid from South Park. And then he goes on and says, "Someone said be careful. MGK doesn't like when you make fun of Megan. What does that mean? Do I need to glue wood chips in hollow points? Do I need to carry a crossbow by a wooden stake? Is this how I become the new Blade?" Oh, and then he posted some fucking photo, what looks like a movie poster, and it says vampires, and it's MGK and Megan Fox, and like they're like sort of shadowy figure in the sky, and then like him standing like a fire behind him, and he's got a crossbow in his hand, and it just says vampires at the top. Oh,
Somebody
that's
definitely
funny.
photoshopped that for him very
Oh,
quickly.
for sure, dude. It's a funny photo, man.
Dude, he is I love Sean Strickland. He's the funniest shit talker in the UFC right now. Probably the best at it since like Conor McGregor's not really around anymore. Dude, like the funniest shit talker. Israel Adesanya, I don't know if you know much about him. He's
You're
like
telling me he's like a fighter who fought in China for a bit.
Yeah, so he's from New Zealand. He's a black fighter. He's from New Zealand though. And he fought in China for like a long time. And there was like a video of him like while he was like fighting in China where he's like, I'm actually not from New Zealand. I'm actually Chinese, right? I'm fucking Chinese. He didn't say it like that, but it's like, I'm Chinese. And then so people didn't like that. And that video, like when Sean was about to fight him, that video came out leading up to the fight. And Sean, the entire like every press conference would be like, yo, do you guys really want this Chinaman to be your champion?
Uh,
This guy's Chinese. He's not even a real American. You guys want this Chinaman to be your... He kept
dude,
calling him a Chinaman.
I found the video of Israel Adesanya saying it.
I came to China in 2014 and I fell in love with the land. You know, I love the food, I love the sightseeing. The people, they're very kind and they're very hospitable. They treat me very well, and I just love the atmosphere. I love it. I'm used to the life of China. I've lived here for almost a year. I have been back and forth constantly. I keep coming back. I want to stay here eventually. I'll have a house here. And I really appreciate China and I appreciate Wellington. Black outside, China inside. I am Chinese. I'm the Black Dragon.
Hi.
Oh yeah, I'm
wild.
fucking Chinese, mate.
Oh man,
Like
that's
what,
so
dude?
funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm fucking Chinese.
The comments are pretty wild.
Oh yeah, it's the year of the dragon, mate. I don't know if you
Somebody at
know.
the top just goes, "Bro, Def loved them Chinese women."
Definitely.
That's
Yeah.
funny, man.
And then there was like another video that came out during like the lead up to the fight when they're just, having multiple conferences and talking shit. And there was a video of Israel Adesanya petting his dog a little too close to his dog's dick, and he kind of gives his dog's dick a little tussle, and that went like really viral. People being like, "What the fuck?" And so during another press conference, um, fucking Sean Strickland goes, he's like, this guy's fucking into anime and he jacks off his dogs. Is this really who you really want to be your fucking champion, guys? Like, dude, the shit talking for that fight, I can send you some great clips from it.
Did
They're
Sean Strickland
so
win that
funny.
fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that good for
Dude,
him,
he
dude.
fucking wore it went 5 rounds and he won like I want to say 4 out of 5 rounds. He
Dude,
fucking worked Israel Adesanya.
if you talk that much shit on somebody, you better win. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, there's plenty of cases in the UFC where it goes the exact opposite.
Oh, yeah,
Where
for
a guy
sure.
talks mad shit and immediately gets wrecked.
Hmm.
That's the best. I love that, dude. The best example of that, and then we can move on, is fucking the Jorge Masvidal Ben Askren fight. I don't know if you know about that fight. It's the quickest finish in UFC history. It's about 4 seconds. And Ben Askren talked so much shit leading up to that fight. You can look it up right now. It's literally a 4 second clip. Watch this knockout real quick, dude. It's insane. Look it up real quick.
What's the person's name?
Just put Ben Askren KO Jorge Masvidal.
Ben Askren versus Jorge Masvidal.
Dude,
Yeah, get
watch
him right
this.
up
This is
real quick.
gnarly, dude.
10 seconds.
The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
He just knees him in the face, basically,
Dude,
That's
yeah.
crazy,
Well, because
man.
like Ben Askren is known for being a wrestler, and he's like known for just like immediately going for a takedown. So that was actually that dude's game plan for the fight.
So for anybody, for the people who obviously didn't see it, which is anybody listening or
Yeah.
watching, honestly,
So
because we didn't
yeah,
show, he literally, the one guy runs at the other guy, puts his knee up
run.
in the air, hits him in the face with a knee, and then just jumps on him and starts popping him with like 2 to 3 hits, and it's over. And the ref just comes
Dude, it was
in.
over during the knee, but yeah, the way
Yeah.
the
But he
real
gets like 2
reason
more hits in on the
the
face
real
before the
reason
ref
there was
gets there.
so much impact and it was such a nasty KO is because Ben Askren is also running directly into it, like
Yeah.
full speed going for a
They
takedown.
both run at each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that is the craziest shit I've
They
ever
run
seen
right
in
at each other, and the
UFC.
one dude jumps in the air and just knees him in the face,
Yeah, and
basically.
then that dude went on to get fucking KO'd by Jake Paul, which sucked.
Yeah,
God,
man.
dude. I'm so tired of UFC fighters getting KO'd by Jake Paul. That shit sucks, dude.
Yeah, but it's good for the ratings.
I
You
guess.
know,
I mean,
it's good for
that dude
business.
always picks like a retiring fighter though. Like Ben
He's
Askren was
also
like
like,
42.
isn't Jake Paul like fighting the fucking league that he owns or whatever or something though?
Yeah, and he never fights like real. I think he just recently fought a real boxer. It
But
was
how is it fair to be fighting in a league that you own?
it's not.
Like you want to act like it's not scripted and then like you own the league. It's like that's like, Vince McMahon winning a fight in WWE. It's like, yeah, he owns it. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I
I mean,
mean?
I'm
Like,
sure those fights are
yeah.
fixed. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
imagine they're fixed.
absolutely, dude.
The
Because
only
it's
one
like
he
they get
lost,
paid either way. It's like these people are getting a massive paycheck just to be there and
right.
fight them, It's like they don't really care. Like it's not a real fight to a lot of these guys. Like,
Well, I would disagree. I think to a UFC fighter, it's actually a massive point of pride to not lose to that guy because you look like a fucking joke. Like
yeah,
nobody takes
but
Ben Askren seriously anymore, and nobody takes Tyron Woodley seriously anymore because Tyron Woodley also got fucking smoked by him.
but if they come to you and say we're gonna pay you this much money, but you gotta
No, I
lose.
understand it from a business point. I also
Yeah,
don't think anytime he's fought like a UFC fighter, it's been like fixed. I don't think a UFC fighter would do that, but
I think he would. I think any of them would if the price is right.
well, first of all, it's illegal. It's not it's not like it's just a thing that's like there's no repercussions if you get caught. It's highly illegal to fix a fight, Kyle. There's gambling, there's all this shit involved. It's like so
Yeah.
illegal to fix a fight,
And
actually.
nobody's ever done anything illegal in sports.
I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's like it's not something that people would just agree to just because there's money involved. There's
Yeah, they
also
would. Come on, money talks, dude.
Kyle,
Money
I understand
talks.
your point, but you're also missing my point that
It
it's like
also
a lot
doesn't
of people
affect their
are
UFC
above that,
record
dude.
because it's in a different league altogether. It doesn't
It
affect their
affects
UFC
their
record.
legacy, which is like
They don't
for
care.
those
Some of
a
them,
lot of the some of them don't, a lot of them do, man.
yeah,
I'm
but I
telling you
think,
as somebody who actually watches the sport, like pride is the like biggest thing for those guys.
yeah, but you don't know these guys behind the scenes. Like, I mean, if the paycheck's right, dude, they'll take the fall.
Yes, but
That's what
again,
I
you're
truly
missing my
believe.
point. I'm talking about the real like hardcore like
I
there's
don't believe
basketball players who
anybody
don't
fighting
there's
fucking.
basketball players in the NBA who don't love basketball.
I don't think anybody taking a fight against Jake Paul really like I don't think they would give enough of a fight. Like they're getting paid so much money just to fight that guy. Like they'll do what they need to do.
I guess. Moving on.
They make so much money off that shit for just fighting Jake Paul. Like it's crazy. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't believe anything that happens in that fucking league. Every time Jake Paul wins, I'm like, yeah, he owns it.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
of
some of the
course.
knockout, like if you watch the Tyron Woodley knockout, you're like, that's clean. Like that's, I mean, I mean, you can definitely fake a knockout, I guess, but like that just looked super real,
Especially
dude.
when you are like a pro who's been doing it for a long time and you know how to fake one. Like you know how to make it look real.
Yeah.
You know what a real knockout looks like, so you know how to make it look real,
I guess. I mean, best case scenario is that it does come out that that shit's fake and he gets in serious trouble for it. Because there is like people gamble on that shit. You can't fix something that people gamble on. It's fucking a federal crime.
Yeah. There might be NDAs and shit and conversations behind the scenes that aren't recorded and stuff that we'll never know about. So, what are you
I
gonna do?
guess.
I mean, I don't believe all of these fucking NBA, MLB, or NFL shit isn't rigged either. I think that shit's rigged.
I think the NFL is clearly rigged. I don't know about the
Yeah.
NBA. I mean, I here's the thing. It's obvious to me that
We've
the
got super
NBA
teams in the NBA. It's a bit rigged,
that's not how NBA rigging gets done. It's through the
but they're
refs.
Yeah, but I
Kyle.
also think some of the rigging is by building these super teams, and I think some of that's done behind the scenes, and they're building super teams for a reason. Like, so these
I don't
teams
know if you
can
noticed,
dominate the
Kyle.
league.
A super team hasn't won the finals since like 2013, bro. Since like LeBron's Miami Heat super team. Like it hasn't happened. I guess no, since the Warriors with Kevin Durant. That's like the last team to really do it. It's not that's not really a thing that even like that's a thing that is starting to become less popular in the league because it's failing to such a colossal extent because teams have already figured out how to beat those teams now, where it's like they play a certain style and you can beat that style of basketball with a certain style of basketball. But the way that like rigging gets done in the NBA, it's through the refs, through free throws, dude. Because think about this. If say say that like a team, it's the NBA finals and a team is up 3-0 on another team, dude, they're not gonna just let that team get swept because they're gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising revenue just from not having a fifth game. They
Yeah.
lose so much money from not like the best case scenario for the NBA is a 7 game series, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's rigging in a lot of these sports, honestly. But yeah, NBA and the NFL, I think, are the two real big ones in my
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, I would
Um,
agree with that.
because the NFL, I don't watch it much, but when I do, it's like there seems to be some fuck shit going on there with the refs, dude. Like every time where they're like, it seems like they're always leaning in favor of somebody. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
NFL feels dirty,
sometimes,
but
not
I don't know.
always.
NFL and NBA feel like the two dirtiest sports to me. Um, but we'll never know.
Well, the NBA is like I don't know if you've seen that like the Tim Donaghy thing, the documentary about that dude. The ref who like went to prison for fixing games for the mob.
I remember this, but I didn't see the documentary about
Oh,
it.
dude, you gotta watch it. It's on Netflix. It's
It
so good.
is. Maybe I've
Yeah.
seen it.
It's part of the Untold like series.
Oh, I'm
Like they have one that's
sure
like
I've
Malice in the
seen.
Palace. They got one that's that. They got like a tennis one. There's tons of them. But
What's that one? Untold Operation Flagrant Foul. I'm gonna have to watch that one because I love those Untold series. I might have watched it already, but I don't know. We're gonna definitely rewatch it just in case.
yeah, so that dude's like the whole reason that the Lakers won 3 championships in a row because like the Sacramento Kings were about to beat them, and then there was some straight up fuckery in like game 6 of that series that like it was all like Lakers were getting every call, getting fouled every
Dude,
play,
that
getting tons of
fucking
free throws. It was such bullshit.
fucking Lions game against Dallas or whatever, where the call like on that final touchdown with like seconds left on it was Dallas, right? Just this season. It was like they called it and had to like reverse the touchdown or whatever, and then like Dallas won the game. Like they would,
I don't know.
dude.
I didn't
Like
know.
they got the touchdown. Everybody went crazy. It was like, it was in Hockey Town. I saw it after like we had a show there. And everybody in the whole building like just started cheering and going crazy. And then the call got reversed, and they're like, "Touchdown's no good," and we got fucked. And it was like, it was some bullshit where I was like, "This seems sketch to me." I was like, "That seemed weird." I was like, "I don't know."
Well, the NFL is registered as a entertainment business, so that should tell you
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's not registered as, a sports thing anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well, regardless, we've talked a lot about sports here. I'm I don't know. Anywho, we should probably wrap this up, man.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think we're at about an hour.
All right.
Yeah.
I won money on a golf tournament.
Yeah. Was it rigged?
No, you can't rig golf. Dude, golf is that is unfucking riggable, dude.
Yeah.
That for real. How the
Are
fuck
you
would you
sports
rig
betting now a
golf,
lot?
dude?
Are you getting deep into sports betting, Jake?
I wouldn't say I'm getting deep into it, but I've been winning and I haven't been having to like keep putting money in. So occasionally I'll throw down a bet and see if it wins. And yeah, I won like $120 because I predicted the correct winner of the Waste Management Phoenix Open for the PGA Tour.
Dude, sports betting, fuck man. Like it seems so tempting because it's so easy, but I'm like, I don't need to do it. Like I'm not into sports
No,
really. Like
don't get into it,
I'm
dude.
not getting into it. Like, but they are constantly advertising. They make it so easy now, and I'm just like, I
It
don't
is super
want
easy,
to. I
yeah.
was like, I'm not getting into it because I don't watch sports. I don't know enough to
Also, if
like
I
get into
wasn't
it.
decent at it, I wouldn't like keep doing it. But
I
like,
love I love people who are like, I'm good at gambling. Like, that's always a
I mean,
bad sign.
there's a lot of strategy that you can put into
Yeah.
gambling to like ensure that you make money.
I know it's always bad to hear though, whenever somebody's like, no, I'm good at gambling. And you're
I
like,
mean, I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I keep winning where I'm like, I'm not picking like stupid fucking bets. Like you want to know the quickest way to lose your money gambling is those fucking parlays, dude, where you
yeah.
have to have like multiple things hit. And it's like, yeah, if they all hit, you get like a massive payout. But dude, the chances of like them hitting are so fucking low, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to do any of that shit. It also seems like too much work to keep up with because I don't keep up with sports in general. So it's like I'd have to be checking stats and shit, and I'm like, I don't want to do all that. And it's like also I don't want to gamble money really. Like I'm not a gambler in general. Like even when I have gone to casinos, I'm like, where's the penny slots at? Like that's my move, dude. I'm like, where's the cheapest fucking slots that I can play, dude? I'm
I
playing
want to
some
learn how to
penny
count
slots.
cards, dude.
Dude, there's a documentary on HBO right now. It just came out. There's 4 episodes. The first episode's really the only good one, if I'm being real with you. Um, but it's like the one dude was like cheating that he was a fucking roulette guy. He like worked at the casino doing like
Yeah.
or the roulette and he would like grab the ball basically. Like he had like a way of like cheating it to like get his friends to win or whatever when he would spin the ball or whatever. Is it roulette? Am I thinking of the wrong one?
Craps.
It's not craps.
That's roulette. That's what craps is, right?
Roulette is the one where you spin the ball around the circle of the
I thought
numbers.
I thought that's what craps was called though.
No,
Like,
craps is dice.
is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was like rigging it. But then the other one is this dude who's actually like pretty famous on TikTok, who's like a famous gambler who's banned from all these casinos in Vegas. So like it's the
Yeah,
second
I
part of
know
the
who you're
episode
talking
with
about.
all the face tattoos or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that
Yeah, a lot of
guy.
people think that guy's full of shit.
Dude, it's interesting. He tells his like story or whatever of like when he was growing up. He's like, and they show like some of the stuff. Like he's like, my parents were big gamblers. They like going to the casino all the time in Atlantic City. He's like, and they always took me and my brother. And at a certain point, the casino started saying, "Hey, you can't bring kids in here." So they got us fake IDs when I was 12 years old, so we could go to the casino with them.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
yeah. And apparently, like he figured out an equation to like cheat baccarat and like so like he was cheating baccarat and he like and then they started like getting pissed at like how much money he was winning and they figured out that he learned how to cheat baccarat and they started banning him from the casinos and shit. But like yeah, his parents like he's been in casinos since he was a child because his parents got him a fake ID so he could go to the casino with them. um and
Yeah.
it's just like it's crazy like seeing like his story and some of the videos of him winning money and like hearing about his partying lifestyle and everything. um I think it's like called like Hustlers, Gamblers, and Conmen. Like and it's a new series on HBO Max. Check it out if you get the chance. Just watch that first episode. The rest is fucking stupid. Honestly, I don't care for any of the rest of the episodes. They're very mediocre. And I think some of the people in the rest of the episodes are really, really full of shit. Like, but these
Yeah.
two in the first episode, there's like actual shit to back up their stories and everything. The rest of them, like the rest of the episodes, are kind of have these people who seem like they're making up their stories and don't have any way to actually back up any truth behind it, you know, or any documentation of it. Like one guy's like a pool hustler, and it's like he's just got these stories from back in the day when he used to hustle people in pool, and it's like, dog, whatever. Like, you know, and it's like clearly this made up story where it's like I could tell some part of this story's real, but you're definitely sensationalizing it to like
Yeah.
tell on TV, and you're just
Anyways,
yeah.
you should get into gambling, Kyle.
No, no, dude.
You should get into
No,
gambling,
no,
dude.
dude. Nah,
Come
man.
on, man. What
Nah.
if you're really good at it?
I learned how to cheat baccarat. I won't be.
You
I'm
could, well,
not
I
good
mean,
with
you could get good at poker. Poker is strategic.
I
Poker's
don't
a
even know how
mix
to
of
play poker,
odds.
dude.
Really? It's so simple.
I don't know how to play.
It's
Yeah.
not hard to learn. Texas Hold'em is like really easy, man.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
pretty
know, man. I've
easy.
just never learned. And it's like, it's whenever I've had the opportunity to learn, it's when people are already like, when they're playing, or like they're about to start a game and they're like, we'll teach you. And it's like, so you could fucking take my money while you teach me? Like, it's like, nah, dude. Like, I'd rather learn before going to play. You know what
Well,
I
you
mean?
can
Like,
play with just fake chips and there's no money involved. Like
yeah,
it's
but
not.
every time I've had the opportunity, it's like people are like wanting to put money or something, even if it's like
Well,
a
yeah,
dollar
that
or
means
two.
you have bad friends.
If I wasn't even friends, it's just like people playing or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
it's whatever. I'm like, I don't want.
Anyways, gambling is sick. There's definitely nothing bad that ever happens to gambling. Hey, I'll tell you this, dude. You lose 100% of the bets you don't place. I'll tell you that,
Yeah, all
dude.
right, Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah. Dude, the funniest thing I've seen from like gambling recently is there was like a video that went viral from like this dude in a Vegas casino. This dude's on a rascal scooter and there's four slot machines in a circle and he's going around in a circle hitting each slot machine as he's traveling around, dude. And I'm like, hell yeah, that guy's dedicated. That guy is gonna win. He's fucking due. That's the thing. A lot of people don't want to talk about this with gambling. Sometimes you are due.
Yeah.
That's a
All
thing
right.
that is real and it's reality. And don't try to tell me otherwise, because I'm fucking due tonight, baby.
Jake, I think you've been watching too much of The Last Dance or something. Just idolizing
What?
Michael Jordan too much lately. Have you watched The
No,
Last Dance, dude?
I've watched The Last Dance like
He's
eight
so
times,
addicted to
actually.
gambling, dude.
I've watched The Last Dance like eight times,
It's
dude.
so funny how addicted to gambling he is, honestly, to
Yeah.
me. Like,
I
I think
mean,
it's hilarious. He's
fucking you
got
have
to
that much
feel
money,
something.
why not?
I think it's the only way he could feel something.
Probably. I mean, yeah, he's a competitive guy.
Yeah. And so that's how he feels something. He doesn't want to
Sure.
visit his kids. He'd rather go gamble.
I mean, he's pretty close with his kids. He gave his son his blessing to
To
marry
marry
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen's
Pippen's ex-wife.
ex-wife.
Yeah, I
I'd
know.
say he's pretty close with his sons, dude.
That's so fucked
He
up,
tried.
dude.
Yeah, I'll
He's
give
like,
credit to
my number
MJ.
two guy, the guy who helped me win these championships. Yeah, go marry his
Oh, they were
ex-wife. That's
never
cool.
friends. They were never
Yeah.
friends. They were just teammates, dude.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's not friends with anybody, I don't think. I mean, like maybe. I
Doesn't
think there's a couple.
seem like it really. He was friends with Kobe.
Yeah.
He was
No.
friends with Kobe.
Yeah. I bet he's got some people who are friends. But I bet he would step on their necks to make some money.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely,
yeah.
dude.
That dude's ruthless.
He
But
is, man. I mean,
anywho,
I think you have to have that psychotic mentality to do what he did.
yeah. So catch Jake out there gambling his money away, gambling
Catch
all
me
that
out there
unemployment.
being
Are you
the
guys paying taxes
the
in New York? Cool. Jake's spending it on FanDuel.
no, I put my own money in. I did not put unemployment money in. That's crazy.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be fucking so unethical, dude.
Yeah.
Be highly unethical to just be like, "Yeah, I'll be fine. I got another I got some more bennies coming next week,
Yeah.
dude."
There's people who are like that for sure. But yeah, anyways, thank you everybody for listening. This has
Catch
been
me out on the streets being the greatest of all time at gambling. Catch me out there. I'll be up $1 million by the next episode of this podcast.
yeah, if you guys are hanging around the Comedy Cellar, Jake will just be throwing dice near there on the curb.
Yeah, I'll be shooting dice with Seinfeld,
Yeah, come check
robbing him
out
of his fucking wealth, dude.
check out your local New York open
When
mic and you
you
can
read
find Jake
when
just
you read a
shooting
month from
dice.
now that Seinfeld is destitute, you'll wonder where that money is. And just know I'll
Yeah.
be living large, dude.
Like I beat him in a high stakes game of craps.
Yeah, I beat him
I
at
didn't even have
dice.
the money to gamble if I'm being real with you.
I beat Seinfeld at dice, took his money, took his house, took his material. I'm
All his
doing pretty well
cars.
right now. He lost his hour to me. I have his hour now, dude.
Yeah. That'd be wild. You're like, I don't want your money, dude. Let's gamble for your material. All right?
Yeah, give me your hour, dude.
I own your set now.
Yeah, I'm just like, what's the deal with Kanye? I'm just out there doing that. God, he says he hates the Jews. Why would you hate the Jews? We're so
man.
nice.
All right, well, everybody, thanks for listening. This has been
I used to
episode
fuck a
46.
17-year-old girl.
This is Unless You Live Hardcore.
I met her in Central Park. She was underage, but she had huge titties.
We appreciate you all listening. I am Kyle Forsyth. The podcast is at Unless You Live Hardcore on Instagram. Follow us. We got some
Follow
clips.
us on Instagram.
We got
Like
a hot
and
clip about
subscribe to
Mr.
Butt.
Beast up there.
Yeah, that Mr. Beast clip rips, dude.
Yeah. Jake, what do you got?
Mr. Beast? What's the deal with that guy? He's just giving away money? Who would give away money for free? What's it? All right, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, dude.
Yeah.
At Comic Jake Ford.
He won't do any more of that Seinfeld stuff on his
I fucked a
Instagram.
17-year-old.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
It was perfectly legal.